Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the GW Tiger P. It's the Tier 8 German SPG. This one's located on the north spawn of Murovanka, and it's under the command of talon1958 of OLIMP, and it's his first submission for the Weekend Lion competition. Angelina's already set the standard with a third-class bruiser and a Confederate, and now it's up to Talon to see if he can get a higher score than Angelina. Okay, well, you can see straight away that he's got the big howitzer, the 21 centimeter, capable of 900 alpha and penetrating 53 millimeters of armor, 11.4 meters on the burst radius, so quite a big footprint, and 12.5 to 31 seconds of stun. It's the Arty that would have been built if the Germans had actually used the hulls from the Tiger P, the failed Tiger, to actually produce a GW instead of actually using them for Ferdinands. Basically, it's a Ferdinand hull without the casement around the big 88mm gun, and instead having a howitzer in there instead. Okay, he's ready to shoot. Loaded. Standard reload is 44.1 seconds. You can see Talon's got it down to 35.72, a 9-second drop. And his first shot is a direct hit. Wow. Now that's going to be interesting. If he actually did get a pen on his first shot, he might have actually virtually wiped out the target. The tank destroyers don't have much in the way of armor. Okay, now he can see a KV-5 up at the confrontation point. Styling in. The trick about getting a good Arty shot is letting it settle on the aim. A lot of Arty players, when they first join the game, they don't let it settle, and of course the shells never hit anything, and you wonder why you're not doing so well. It's all about letting that aim settle in. And that's why there is an aim timer, which actually is available on Aslains. You can see it to the right of the countdown clock. What that thing does is tell you when you are fully dialed in. It says 100%. The Russian word is reduced, actually, so that's what it means. Okay, Bisonte. Rounds out. Well, it got close enough to do some splash. One of the slower Artys in the game, it does actually make sense to put a turbo on this vehicle because it is sluggish as hell. Only 35 kilometers an hour. It's faster than a Leffy, but it's slower than most of the other heavy Artys. So it really does help if you can get something to assist. Okay, sees the turtle one, rounds out straight away, and that's a good splash for 398. Now the other trick is to use the time you've got available during that reload to actually relocate and find another firing position, because you can avoid counter battery altogether if you just keep moving about, and then the enemy can't work out where you are. They can only see the tracer from where you were, not from where you actually are. And half the trick is to be not predictable. Okay, he's going to go for the turtle again. He could take this guy out in this shot. The guy goes down without any hit. So instead, he's decided the KV-5 is worth firing at. Fully dialed in and gets a hit. Now, Angeline set a nice third class. In fact, it was only her second game in the FB3805, and she managed to get her first third class tanker in that game. Talon's played the GW Tiger P before, so he actually does have the benefit of experience, and he does like the German line as well. He's often said so. You can see the Kunstpanzer keeps moving forward to a firing position, and he fired when he thought the guy was close enough. The Kari took most of the damage. That one worked out in his favour, because if the Kunstpanzer had stayed at that firing position, he would have hit him in the rear. But as it is, even though the Kunstpanzer moved forward, the Kari took the splash instead. He's hunting around for a target. He's noticed a couple of enemy tanks making their way up the east side of the map. There's that Kunstpanzer. He's supposedly hiding in that bush. Rounds out. Oh, he got him! He splashed him to death. The shell landed right next door to the Kunstpanzer, and he was goner. And now we're changing position again. Now, as far as we can make out, we've got one of our teammates right down in the south at the moment. He's found one of the Arty, or one of the Arty's gone. There's just one Arty left, and that's a Lorraine 15551. Now, they are fairly fast, so he's probably backing our guys, or backing the enemy team over on the east side of the map. Okay, Bisonte, trying to work out which way he's going. He fires at that spot. Bit snap. Shell did go straight, and the enemy Arty, the Lorraine, instead of being over on the east side of the map, is actually now on the west side. So he didn't move over. He gave up his advantage of being very fast, and now he's actually kind of trapped. In fact, there's two enemy tanks in that area, not just that Lorraine. Now, supposedly, he's probably behind that bush, because that bush will give cover, but we found a strip instead. Yes, he was behind the bush, so if we'd actually dialed in on that spot and shot, we probably would have got the hit. Okay, he's lining him up. Don't try and chase it. Let it come to the aim, that's it. Oh, we got a rescue balloon there. Narrow arcs on the German RT. I'm afraid it's only 10 degrees, 5 degrees either side, and he only gets stunned. It looks like our ELC Evan 90 is still reloading. And he's finished his reload and finishes off the Lorraine. There's only 4 enemies left now. Okay, they've got a KV-4, a P-44 Pantera, a T-44-100 and the Kari. We have a brief glimpse there of an enemy tank. The KV-4 is behind the church, so there's nothing we can do about that. He's just out of reach at the moment. In fact, the other enemy tanks appear to be... Well, there's the Kari. He went back south again. And the T-44-100 is over by the water on the east side of the map. Rounds out, and that's another kill. There's the T-44-100. I hope he's not thinking of drowning himself. Yes, I'm afraid he did drown himself, which was wrong. In fact, showing here that he actually got taken out by the SU-130PM on our team. So maybe he didn't get drowned. Maybe he was shot. But that's it. The game's over. And it's a victory. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was the first class tanker for talon1958 of OLIMP in the GW Tiger P. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 10 in that game, but no other medals. But his win rate was very high, 4,488, which is Super Unicum standard and a bit more. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, we can see he actually got the highest damage in the game, but it wasn't 20% of the enemy hit pool, and that's why he missed out on getting a high caliber. Second highest damage was the Scorpion G on his team, 2,621. And the third highest damage was the ELC-790, who got a Bescucci's medal for killing both enemy SPGs. He got 2,123 hit points of damage. When it came to kills, you can see the high scorers were the Type 63 and the M53, M55 on our team. Both got 3 kills apiece. 2 kills went to Talon and also to the ELC-790. And on the enemy team, their Kunstpanzer got 2 kills, but only 4 players on their team actually managed to get kills at all in that game. When it came to base XP, he's actually in third place. The scorer with the top was the Scorpion G. 1,063 went to him, the only player to get over 1,000. 976 went to the ELC-790, and 947 went to Talon in the GW Tiger P. He fired 10 rounds in the game. You don't have a whole lot of ammunition. You only get 15 if you use the 21 centimeter howitzer. So he used 2/3 of his ammo, but he got 2 direct hits on the enemy and 1 penetrating shot. Now, can we guess which one it was? I think he tells us here. It was the first shot of the game, and it was a pen, and it was that SU-130 PM. Yes, always a good idea to aim for the SU-130 PM or the Scorpion or a Waffenträger, or any of the tank destroyers which have no armor, because you're more than likely going to go straight through. He got 937 hit points from 1 shot in that game. That's a low roll. It was a high roll. Sorry, what am I saying? 937 is a high roll because it's 900 alpha. So he did well. With his first shot of the game, he put himself on the board in a big way. He also got 12 splashes, 2,848, all of it at more than 300 meters, damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 2 of them, and he got 556 hit points of stun assist off 11 stuns. So not a lot of stun assists in this game. His teammates weren't shooting the tanks he was stunning. On a premium count, he actually made a profit of 31,427 credits from this game. He did get a 30,000 credit bonus though. So in actual fact, even if you take that bonus for the mission completion away, he's only got 1,427 credits profit. But he did take away 5,683 experience points out of it because he also got a mission completion for 2,842. And of course, what he's taken away is the lead, because a first class beats a third class. And therefore, despite the fact that Angelina had a third class bruiser and a medal, she's beaten by a first class. So first class is the lead at the moment. And if Angelina wants to get the weekend line, she's either going to have to get a first class bruiser and a medal, or she's going to have to get an ace tanker. If she gets the ace tanker, she wins the weekend line straight away. But yes, she's going to have to push it over the last few days before the weekend. Though Angelina can do that. She's well capable of getting an ace tanker. In fact, I've seen Angelina actually get an ace tanker with the first game of the week. And of course, that's made it all academic for the rest of the week, because they didn't have a need to carry on with the competition because she'd won it already. So we'll just have to wait and see, because Angelina might come back with something to snatch the lead away from Talon. Hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.